We're going to talk about how you can stand out in the job market these days. 7:23, by the way. Our good friend Linda Ginac is here, the career architect of the Ginac Group. I guess it's getting tougher and tougher to do. We talk about this all the time. You just see hundreds and hundreds of people.
Hundreds of people.
And there are ways to do this, however.
Yeah, absolutely. And one of the best ways that people can help themselves stand out is to brand themselves.
Right.
And people often say, what is branding?
What does that mean?
It's a lot like marketing yourself. If you were marketing a product or service, you do some of the same things. First thing is, what are some of the common things that people can do to brand themselves?
Right. By the way, we're common, quirky, and bold here.
Yes.
That's what we're going to do. So let's see common.
So some common, one of the things that I ask people to do is to develop a 15-second elevator pitch, often called your unique selling proposition. This is something that you want somebody to remember when you're not with them.
Okay.
So that's something that we want them to do.
Right.
Another thing that I often see is people go and they start networking, but they don't have any resources to help people remember who they are. Get a business card, put your unique selling proposition on there, and I always tell people, write a note on the back of the card before you give it to somebody so that they remember
USP, unique selling proposition.
Absolutely. A career portfolio, this is something that makes your resume come to life. It makes it come alive, and people can either create a PowerPoint presentation. Some people have hard copies. Another person that I know.
Employers take time to go through all that.
Absolutely. Okay. They absolutely do. Yep.
Okay.
Quirky. So if you're running downtown Lake, put on a T-shirt with some of your basic information on there, including your unique selling proposition, and start running. And if people start talking to you, tell them a little bit about yourself.
I like that. I think it's great.
I've seen people do it. Another thing that's really popular is another way you can brand yourself is to create what's called a video resume, and people are uploading those to YouTube. There's some pros and cons to that, especially if it's kind of a mainstream thing. So you have to be a little bit careful when you're posting it.
All right. And an oversized resume.
An oversized resume. Yeah, this is literally the size of your table. So people have sent. Yeah.
It's like being like Alice in Wonderland, opening the card. Well, okay, that makes sense too. I like that.
Yes.
And bold tactics, these are kind of fun because she's got some actual examples of how far people have gone to do this.
Yes, we had one client, he's a financial planner, and what he did is he took a job with a skyscraper window washing company, and he had already known the company that he wanted to work with, and he pasted his resume outside the window.
Did it work?
Yes, it did.
How about that?
Yeah.
Although he quit the job with the window washers. Huh?
He did.
Boy.
A little brazen.
Yeah, and the sneaker one's kind of cool, too.
The sneaker one. So we had another client that wanted to get a sales job, and she sent a beat-up sneaker to the employer that said, I can help you get out of the comfort zone. And then when they brought her in for the interview, they brought the other dirty sneaker.
And it worked.
Yes, it did.
See that? You can do that. Common, quirky, and bold tactics, by the way, and you can get a hold of Linda. How can people get in touch with you if they want to?
They can go to my website, www.ginacgroup.com.
There you go. She's our career architect, Linda Ginac. Always good to see you.
It's good to see you, too.
Are things improving a bit, do you think, on the job front?
I'm very optimistic.
Incremental?
We've absolutely seen some people get jobs, and so...
Good.
Yeah.
Perfect. And that makes you feel good.
Instill the hope and the motivation.
There you go. All right, Linda Ginac, thank you. Always